Different topic. TikTok isn't safe for federal government workers' devices. Does the president believe it's safe for Americans' children's smartphones?
So I'm glad that you asked about that because, look, we have been clear about our concerns about TikTok, apps like TikTok, and certainly our concerns with countries including China as they seek to leverage digital technologies and Americans' data in ways that can present harm and risk to our national security, clearly. There was, to your point about families, there was a piece of data, a CDC data that just found recently that nearly 60% of teen girls felt persistently sad or hopeless in 2021, and 30% seriously considered suicide. So this is something that the president has taken action on. If you look at the executive using his executive branch authorities, we think about his unity agenda. A couple of things that he was able to do was stop collecting personal data on kids and teenagers online, ban targeted advertising to children, and impose stricter limits on the personal data companies collect on all of us. And so this is what the president calls on for Congress to pass in a bipartisan way, privacy legislation to hold by big tech accountable. And so the president's going to continue to take actions, but we see that in the data, how this has affected young people, especially during this pandemic in the last couple of years.
Thanks, Karine. To follow on that, does the president believe TikTok is a threat to national security?
Well, we have said that we have concerns. We have concerns about the app. And that's why we have called on Congress to act, and including, and I mentioned earlier, just moments ago, including how China is trying to collect the privacy of Americans in a way that can present national security risks. So yes, we have concerns about that, and look, we're going to continue to call on Congress. I just laid out the president's unity agenda and what he's looking to do and the actions that he wants to take from the executive branch of his authority, and so we're going to continue to call that out.
Do the actions include a ban on all devices in the U.S.?
So, look, what I would say is this: the White House does not use TikTok, but we do believe that. Congress took action, and so therefore, clearly they took action and put this into law, and clearly we're taking those steps as it relates to the federal government. Outside of that, we know that CFIUS has an ongoing investigation ongoing looking at this situation. So I'm not going to go beyond what CFIUS is doing.
I guess what I'm trying to understand is, has the president not issued a federal ban on TikTok on all devices because he does not think it's a threat to national security, or because he does not have a legal mechanism to do so?
I'm not going to get into the specifics on what he has legally to do so or to not do so. What I'm saying, and we've been very clear, that TikTok, poses a problem and an issue. And so we have concerns about that as it relates to Americans' data, collecting Americans' data, and the potential national security risk. And we've been very, very clear on that. Again, CFIUS has an ongoing process that they're working through, so I'm going to let that speak for itself, what they come up with.